Officer Elliott is not here tonight because he is working at Project Graduation. So he will not be here tonight. Any more questions for anybody else? Thank you very much, and I want to see everybody out at all of our events so you can come and have fun with us, because we do have fun.
Next on the agenda, we have Charles County Recreation. No? Okay. Then we'll move past briefings, since we have no briefings. Under presentations, recognitions, resolutions, ordinances, and petitions, we have several presentations tonight. First is a proclamation that we're going to present to Mr. Porter Hamrick, but we need to adopt that proclamation. So, Annie, would you read the proclamation?
Proclamation, Porter Hamrick Month. The Mayor and Council of the Town of Indian Head proclaim June to be Porter Hamrick Month in the Town of Indian Head. Whereas Porter Hamrick celebrated his 91st birthday recently, and whereas Porter Hamrick is an active member of the Indian Head Volunteer Fire Department and Rescue Squad, and whereas Porter Hamrick has completed nearly 50 years of service for the Indian Head Volunteer Fire Department and Rescue Squad, and whereas the Southern Maryland Volunteer Firemen's Association records show that Porter Hamrick is the oldest active member of a volunteer fire department in Southern Maryland, and whereas Porter Hamrick has provided outstanding volunteer service to the Town of Indian Head for approximately 50 years. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Mayor and Council of the Town of Indian Head, Maryland, declare June to be Porter Hamrick Month in the Town of Indian Head. Signed this 3rd day of June, 2013.
Thank you. Is there a motion to adopt the proclamation?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The proclamation is adopted. It's my pleasure this evening, on behalf of the Town Council, the staff of the Town of Indian Head, and the citizens of the Town of Indian Head, to make this presentation to Porter Hamrick tonight. Porter, obviously, from reading this this proclamation, has provided a lot of service to the Town of Indian Head, to Charles County, and to the communities of Charles County, just by his membership in the Volunteer Fire Department. But that's not the end of Porter's service to the Town of Indian Head. He's always present at all of our functions, 4th of July, National Night Out, you name it. Porter's ready to be there and ready to serve us. Porter always shows up willing and able, eager to serve, and with a good, fresh smile on his face. You heard the saying that some people's glass is half empty and some people's glass is half full. But Porter's must be at least 75% full, because he's always smiling. It makes me feel good just to see him coming up with a smile on his face, ready to do whatever we ask him to do and to serve the community. So again, it's my pleasure, on behalf of the citizens of the Town of Indian Head, to present this proclamation to Porter Hamrick, our most senior member of the fire department in Southern Maryland. Thank you, Porter. Again, thank you, Porter. And you keep having birthdays so we can keep you coming to our functions. Okay? Next, we have presentations of essays that the fourth graders and the fifth graders of Indian Head Elementary School have written. Some of the essays essays by the fourth graders were, "If I were a mayor, I would," and the essays from the fifth graders are on bike safety. We have with us this afternoon or this evening Vice Principal Tina Francis from the Indian Head Elementary School, and she'll be introducing the students and asking them to read their essays for us. Most of the bicycle essays are up on the walls on either side here. I don't think we have. Are they on the bottom? Okay. Oh, I meant to turn that down.
There, I think that's better. Mic for the kids, right? There we go. All right, hopefully that'll work. Can everybody hear me okay? All right. Good evening, Mayor Shisley, Vice Mayor Rice, Town Council, Indian Head citizens. It is an honor to be here this evening to help recognize the students of Indian Head Elementary School. I would like to thank the town of Indian Head for giving our students the opportunity to share their essays with you, as they have worked very hard in preparing them. I am very proud of all of the students and their accomplishments this school year. Students, you should be proud of yourselves and the effort that you have demonstrated. I would also like to take a minute to thank the parents and teachers for all of the support, guidance, and motivation that you provide the students with each and every day. Finally, I would like to thank the town of Indian Head for all of the support that you have given Indian Head Elementary School. It truly does take a village, and your support is greatly appreciated, so thank you for that. At this time, boys and girls, when you hear your name called, I'm actually going to have you all line up right here and read your essays in order. So our fourth grade students being recognized this evening are Matthew Bailey. And these essays are for the If I Were Mayor essays for fourth grade. Victoria Grinder. And Asia Flowers, I'm not sure that I saw her come in. Okay, so she's not here this evening. Our fifth grade students who wrote bike safety essays that will be sharing those with you this evening, Zachary Asiala, Deja Brown, Ariana Gaskins, and Josiah Fenwick. I would also like our fourth and fifth grade teachers that are here tonight to come up and join their students. So Miss Carell, Miss Pounds are our fourth grade teachers here this evening, and Miss Shea is our fifth grade teacher here this evening. So we're going to go ahead and begin with Matthew Bailey, who is going to share his If I Were Mayor essay.
If I were a mayor, I would inform residents by sending out newsletters telling them about town meetings so I could tell them what was going on. Like if we had a pool party or a day off of work in school, or if we were building a new park. If I were mayor, I would encourage recycling among families by buying every family one recycling bin, and I would tell them about how good it is for our town and for our planet. If I were mayor, I would keep our streets free of crime by having a cop patrol the streets and have a watch program to help the cop. And I would also install security cameras. If I were mayor, I would make our parks clean and fun by having a slide, swings, and a seesaw. And I would also have a big field for sports. I would keep it clean by having trash cans all around the park. If I were mayor, I would keep our town trash-free by having a group of people to clean up the town every weekend, and when they are done, I would give them free ice cream for their hard work. If I were mayor, I would put a grocery store and everything was fresh, and I would have great, nice workers. There.
At this time, Victoria Grinder will share her If I Were Mayor essay.
If I were mayor, I would increase security so that stealing, speeding, violence, and robbing will stop. Increasing security will help our community because it would make it safer for people and children. First, I would go to the council, then I would get a budget, then I would gather a security team and hire someone to train my security team. Also, if I were mayor, I would have monthly meetings with our community. I would say that we all should recycle to help our community become a better place. Also, that's how I would involve citizens to help our community become a better place to live in the future. Also, if I were mayor, I would make more events for children. These events would be about giving donations to children. Also about getting children out of the house and having fun. Also, if I were mayor, I would have a mailbox for children. That mailbox will be for when children want to ask me, the mayor, a question. They can. Then, in a few days, I can send them back the answer to their question in the mail. As mayor, I would try my best to make our community the best place for children, even all types of people. Also, I would reach out to our community because I care about our community.
Zachary Asiela will now share his bike safety essay.
Bike essay. You really need to be safe while riding a bike so you don't get really hurt and go to the hospital. Hospitals are expensive, and you could use money that could have been used for something else, like a toy you want or candy. But no, you had to show off and waste money which could have been saved. To prevent those annoying money wasters, use these amazing tips. It is really important to be safe while riding a bike. You can hurt yourself in many ways. You can get a broken arm or leg, or even brain damage. You can also hurt others in many ways too. You can run into them on your bike and hurt them real bad. You can even cause them to need crutches. A final reason that you should be safe on your bike is you could damage another person's property. You could damage your friend's bike or even their house. To prevent the failure of damaging things, you can be safe in these ways. You can wear a helmet to protect your head, brain, and skull. You can wear shin, knee, elbow, and wrist guards to help protect your limbs, your arms, and legs. You can also stay in the bike lane to avoid car crashes, which can cause a lot of trouble. You also shouldn't show off. You can harm yourself very bad. So following these tips can prevent hurting your body and your wallet. Did you know you can also help your friends be safe on a bike? You can remind your friend to wear a helmet so they don't get brain, skull, or general head damage. You can also remind your friend to use shin, knee, elbow, and wrist pads so they won't harm their limbs. You can also tell your friend to ride and stay in the bike lane. This will prevent your friend from getting hurt, so expect a thank you. By following these safety tips, you can save your money. You won't need to spend money repairing a house, getting a new car for some random person, or paying to get a new bike for yourself or others. You also won't need to pay for a hospital visit because you'll be safe on a bike and be wearing pads and a helmet. You also won't need to have your friend be mad at you because it was apparently your job to have reminded him or her to be safe. So follow these tips or suffer dire consequences.
Now, Deja Brown will share her bike safety essay.
In this essay, you will learn different topics about bike safety. Why is it important to be safe while riding a bike? It is important because you don't want to hurt yourself or others. When it's dark outside, you would always want the right equipment to keep you safe so nothing bad will happen. It's also very important to remember to look both ways before riding in streets so you won't get hurt. When riding a bike, please remember to be safe and careful at all times. How can you be safe while riding a bike? Walk your bike down steep hills instead of riding. You should get reflectors to see at night from the front and the back of your bike. Get the correct equipment like knee pads, shoulder pads, elbow pads, and a helmet. Always remember these different ways to be safe on a bike. How can you help others to be safe while riding a bike? I would start a bike safety club on Mondays and Wednesdays from 2 to 4 p.m. When seeing someone unsafe on a bike, you should friendly confront them about safety. You can help train younger students the safety of riding bikes. Always remember others. Always remember to help others, then you'll get helped yourself.
Now Ariana Gaskins will share her bike safety essay.
I am going to tell you how to be responsible and safe. It might be boring, but I'm trying to keep you safe. When you're riding, try not to get hurt. You should be responsible and safe. Here's a tip. Never go anywhere you're not supposed to. Stay where your parents can see you. Ride the bike responsibly. We don't want you to get hurt. It's important to be responsible while riding a bike because you might fall and get concussion or get in a coma. You should always pay attention to the road. You could run into something. You could run into a car, a kid, another bike, or an adult. So always be safe on the bike. Another way you can be safe is watch where you're going. You should always listen to your parents when they say stay where you're going. This is a way to you can't get kidnapped or someone won't be able to hurt you. You can be safe by wearing a helmet so if you fall you won't get hurt. Also, you can wear an elbow and knee pad so you won't get a scab or knees. You can be safe by paying attention and listening to your parents. Also, listen and pay attention to your surroundings because you may get hurt or may hurt someone else. So listen to my tips and you'll be safe. You should always ride a bike. You should always ride on the right side of the road or on the sidewalk, not on other adults' properties. Another big way you should be safe is always tie your shoes when you go on the bike. If you do this when you ride the pedal, your shoestrings won't get caught up and tangled together. You should always listen to my tips and you won't get hurt, endangered, or punished. Stay safe out there.
And now Josiah Fenwick will share his bike safety essay.
It is important to be careful while riding a bike. If you follow some basic rules, it will be easy to be safe on a bicycle. If you have padding, you will barely get hurt if you fall. If we didn't have padding, we would be very bruised up. I think that if kids wear the right equipment, there would be less injuries going around the world. So please follow my advice and wear your padding. We can all be safe by keeping all equipment on at all times.